Before starting, let's try some question based on what we have learned yesterday. These are the questions. Okay. For a periodic signal, this is GATE 2013 question. For a periodic signal, find the fundamental frequency in radian per second. Just try. So what I can say for the signal, omega 1 is equivalent to 100 radian per second. The omega 2 is equivalent to 300 radian per second, and omega 3 is equivalent to 500 radian per second. And there is no effect of phase shift on periodicity. The effect of phase shift is not, if periodicity is not affected by this pi by 4 thing. So you can say all numbers are fine, 100, 300 and 500. So what is fundamental frequency? The fundamental frequency is given by SCF of omega 1, omega 2 and omega 3. So we are interested in SCF of, whenever we go for frequency, we will go for SCF. SCF of 100, 300 and 500. And what is SCF of all these three numbers? Omega not equal to 100 radian per second. So answer for this question is A. I hope this is clear. Okay. Find fundamental time period of this signal. This is GATE 2019, 1 mark question. So what I can say, fundamental time period, omega 1 for this signal is pi, omega 2 for this signal is 2 pi by 3, omega 3 for this signal is pi by 2. What we know that all frequencies having pi, so you can write omega naught is equivalent to pi, 2 pi by 3 and pi by 2. So what is SCF of all this number? SCF of all this number is SCF of numerator, which is pi, and LCM of denominator, which is 6. So what is answer for this? Omega naught equal to pi by 6. And we know that 2 pi by t is equivalent to pi by 6. T equal to 12. Go for this question. Which one of the following signal is periodic? Which one of the following signal is periodic? So what I can say, for first signal, omega 1 is equivalent to 2, omega 2 equal to 3 and omega 3 equal to 5. So SCF of this signal is equivalent to 1. So I can say this signal is periodic with omega naught equal to 1 radian per second. Is this signal periodic? Yes. E to the power iota theta is always periodic. And what is period? Whatever is multiplication of j. So what I can say? Uh, Omega equal to 8 pi. So this is periodic with 8 pi. No issue. What about this signal? It's a e to the power minus of 70 into sine t. So what you can say? This signal will looks like this. E to the power minus of 70. So sine is having maximum value 1, minimum value -1. So you can have this function in between. If you are having this function in between, this is of course not periodic function. So what I can say, this function is not periodic. This function is not periodic. This is not periodic function. What about the multiplication of two signal? I can say omega 1 can be written as addition of two frequencies. So 4 plus 2 is 6. What is omega 2? Omega 2 is 4 minus 2, which is 2. So what I can say, the SCF of this number is 2. So last signal is periodic with omega equal to omega naught equal to 2 radian per second. I hope no doubt in this. Next is GATE 2006 question. करें इसको try. Fundamental frequency in hertz. So what I can say, omega 1 is equivalent to 1.2 pi radian per second, omega 2 equal to 2 pi, and omega 3 equal to 2.8 pi. So find SCF of this. This is 12 by 10, 6 by 5, 6 pi by 5. This is 2 pi, and this is 28, 14 by 5 pi. So what is how to find SCF of this number? So 2 pi is common from numerator, from denominator 5. So you can say omega naught is equivalent to 2 pi by 5. So what is T? 2 pi by T is equivalent, 2 pi F is equivalent to 2 pi by 5. 2 pi and 2 pi cancel. F is equivalent to 0.2 hertz. So what is answer for the question? 0.2 hertz is correct answer. Go for this question. One question is sure from this topic. Consider a signal having frequency this. Last question. This question. We are talking about this question. ये तो अभी किया हमने. Just 0.2 hertz is value of F. What you can say, whenever this 200 is multiplied by, this frequency is 200 pi. So 200 multiplied by a signal of zero frequency, iska frequency kitna hai? 0. So what will be the resultant? Resultant is omega 1 is equivalent to 200 pi. Now this signal is having frequency 40 pi. So what I can say, omega 2 equal to, once you will add these two signals, so 240 pi, and omega 3 is equivalent to 200 pi minus 40 pi is 160 pi. So this is the idea. So what is the fundamental frequency? The fundamental frequency for the signal is equivalent to, I think, 40 pi. SCF is 40 pi, and 2 pi f is equivalent to 40 pi. So pi and pi cancel, f is equivalent to 20. So I think 20 is correct answer for this question. Okay, this is we did. Fundamental period of this signal. And again, it's a 2-mark question. So how we can find fundamental period? The omega 1 for the signal is 2 pi by 3. Omega 2 for the signal is pi. So SCF of 2 pi by 3 and pi is pi divided by 3. So omega is equivalent to pi divided by 3. 2 pi by t is equivalent to t is equivalent to 6. So 6 is correct answer for this question. Okay. The next question is two periodic signal xt and yt have the same fundamental period of t seconds. Consider a signal zt having x of minus t and y of 2t plus 1. Then what will be the period of zt? This is one of the good question from periodicity of signals. Try this. What I can say, T1 is having periodicity 3 seconds. What is effect of scaling on periodicity? What I can say, x of 2t, this is nothing but compression of signal. Compression of signal. So what I can say, T2 is equivalent to 6. Compression of signal means T2 is equivalent to 1.5. So what is final T? T is LCM of 3 and 1.5, and LCM of 3 and 1.5 is equivalent to 3. So I think this is correct answer. 3 is correct answer. Okay, this we can do. Okay, fine. Is there any problem in these questions? 3, very good. Parth, Vaishnavi, good. Good. So let's start with the new topic, which is linearity of the system. So we are starting with the new property of the system, which is linearity. We are characterizing the system into linear and non-linear system. So let's start. Linear, linear and non-linear system. So we are having a very fundamental definition of linearity. If input to the system, let's say this is my system, and what is input to the system? Xt is input to the system and yt is output. So I can say xt is input to the system and yt is output of the system. And let's say this is transformation. This transformation, let's say t is that transformation. So what is yt? You can say y of t for the system is equivalent to.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible. Okay, fine.
We can see the PPT, not the
Okay,
one
okay,
minute.
you are able to see the PPT. Okay, let me check. Now screen is visible, I think. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is transformation of xt. So when we can say a system is linear system, so there are two rules. If zero input provides zero output, if xt is equivalent to zero, if input to the system is equivalent to zero and it results output equal to zero and it results yt equal to zero, then this is the property number one, which is known as homogeneity. The system should satisfy the homogeneity. Homogeneous system. Initially relaxed system is known as homogeneous system. Now, what I can say, the second property is property of superposition. So if system obeys this two property, then I can say system is said to be a linear system. And what this property is? X1t is resulting, let's say, y1t. And x2 input is having output y2t. Then a times of xt, a times of x1t, where a is of course not equal to 0, b times of some x2t should result a times of y1t plus b times of y2t. There must be a linear change, है ना? And this property is known as superposition. So whenever system satisfies this two property, if system is not homogeneous, the system cannot be linear. The first property, first requirement for the linearity is the homogeneity, and second requirement is this. So how we will check whether system is linear or not linear? First check for the input output relationship. Xt equal to 0, xt equal to 0 means input equal to 0 should result yt is equivalent to 0. So this is your first check. And second check is what? Let's multiply input by, input means what? Xt. So let's multiply input by a and see if this result output multiplied by a, then system is said to be a linear system. जरा देखते हैं कैसे we can solve the question based on this. Let's say I have one relationship y of t equal to t times of xt, है ना? We want to check whether this system is linear or non-linear. So first is homogeneity. When xt is equivalent to 0, and what is xt? Xt is input. So when input is equivalent to 0, yt is also equivalent to 0. System homogeneous है, initially relaxed system है. Second, if input is multiplied by a, so what I can say? Now xt will become a times of xt. So what I can say? y1t is I'm writing it t into a times of x1t. A times of not x1t, xt. And this can be written as a common t times of xt. And what is t times of xt? T times xt is y. So can I say a times of xt is resulting a times of yt? And if system satisfies these two property, then system is said to be a linear system. है ना? So this is example of linear system. Yt equal to t times of xt is example of linear system. Let's take one more example and try this. Yt is equivalent to, let's say I have product of these two function xt multiplied by x of t minus 2. I want to know whether these two systems are linear or not linear. आप लोग बोल के बता दें मुझे आंसर, है ना? ट्राई दिस एंड टेल मी द आंसर. Linear or not linear? We have a lot of examples based on this. The first one is this. Then you can go for this. Yes, first one is linear or non-linear? Non-linear, very good. Non-linear. Okay, let's see how it works. Can I say, when I say xt is equivalent to 0, है ना? Or what I am saying, equivalently I am saying input is equivalent to 0. Input is equivalent to 0. This means all the shifting and all scaling of inputs is also equivalent to 0. X of t minus 2 or x of 2t, all inputs are 0. Hai na? What is scaling of 0 or shifting of 0? Scaling of 0 or shifting of 0 is also 0. So when input is equivalent to 0, output is also equivalent to 0. So first part is fine. System is initially relaxed system. If xt is equivalent to 0, it results yt equal to 0. Initially relaxed system, homogeneous system. But when input is multiplied by some constant a, input is multiplied by some constant, some non-zero constant a. So input is now a times of xt. So what do you think? If a function is, let's say this is one function, this is my xt, and I am multiplying this by a. What do you think x of t minus 2 is multiplied by? Of course, t minus 2 is also multiplied by a. So I can say this new input is a times of xt into a times of xt minus 2, which gives you some a square into xt into x of t minus 2. And xt into x of t minus 2 is equivalent to what? To a square. So what I can say, a times of xt is not responding, not resulting a times of yt. This is not the case right now. That's why I can say the system is a Not, this is not the case. So system is a non-linear system. Given system कैसा है? Non-linear system. I hope this is clear. Okay, so I am writing few more example so that you can analyze, check linearity for this system. The first system is yt equal to sine of xt, or I can say yt is equivalent to sine of xt. The second one is yt is equivalent to x sine of t, है ना? ध्यान से देखें आप, काफी अच्छा एग्जांपल है. The third one is yt equal to a differentiator, yt equal to d by dt of xt. This is linear operator or not? The differentiation is of course a linear operation. Then we are having yt equal to minus infinite to t xt dt, है ना? Then we are having yt equal to xt into cos of omega naught t. Then we are having question number 6 is equivalent to a differential equation, d2y divided by dt2 plus 5 times of dy by dt plus 2 equal to xt. This is linear or non-linear? Try these questions. Okay. Okay. Linear, non-linear. 1, 2 non-linear. 3, 4, 5, 6 linear. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Check 6 is not linear. It's a non-homogeneous differential equation. Non-homogeneous differential equations are not linear. Okay, anyways. What is first question? First question is when xt is equivalent to 0, when xt is equivalent to 0, this is answer for first question. Let me take a different. Okay, when xt is equivalent to 0, yt is also equivalent to 0. ठीक है, कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं है. But when xt is multiplied, input is multiplied by k. So can I say sine of some a times of xt is not equal to a times of yt, and this is sine of a what? This is sine of a non-linear system. So this is linear, this is a non-linear system. But what about this? Instead of t, the angle is sine t. So we don't care what angle is. If input is x of sine t, so can I say if input is equivalent to 0, I am making this factor is equivalent to 0. If input is equivalent to 0, it will result output is equivalent to 0. So yt is equivalent to 0 for this. When input is multiplied by a, so I should say x of sine t is multiplied by a, and it will result a times of yt. So if this is so, I can say this system is a linear one. The second one is example of linear system. This is linear system. Whenever we are checking with linearity, we have to check input, and now input is x of sine t. So this is not related with this t. Now what is next? Next is third question. Third question is y of t is equivalent to d by dt of xt. So what I am saying, let's say xt is approaching to 0. If xt is approaching to 0, yt will also be 0. And differentiation is of course linear operator. And when xt is multiplied by a, let's say xt is a times of xt, then what I can say, y1 of t is equivalent to d by dt of a times of xt. Now you can take a as a common, so y1t is equivalent to a times of yt. So a times of xt is resulting a times of yt, so I can say the differentiator is a linear system. There is no effect on linearity. It's a linear. Differentiation and integral also are linear operator. Linear. Now the next question is yt is equivalent to cos of omega naught t. And of course for this question also, if input is multiplied by k, output is also multiplied by k. If input is 0, output is also equal to 0. So no need to explain. This is also a linear system. This is also a linear system. What about question number 6? Whenever you are having a constant, this is a non-homogeneous differential equation. This is a non-homogeneous differential equation. That's why all non-homogeneous differential equations are non-linear, because if you want to check, you can take Laplace transform. It is s square, you can say s square plus 5s plus 2 equal to 0. So this is s plus 2 into s plus 3, which gives you c1 into e to the power minus 2t plus into c2 into e to the power minus 3t. So this is solution of non-homogeneous part of differential equation, which is not dependent on input. So what I can say, C1 and C2 are not equal to 0, maybe 0, maybe not 0. That's why this equation is a non-linear relationship. If this 2 is equivalent to 0, then we can say it's linear. Okay. So I think this is fine. I think concept is clear now. Yes. Tell me. Is it clear? Clear. Very good. Let's try few more examples. Okay. 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 Next property is causal and non-causal system. What do we understand by causal and non-causal system? So let's start with causal system and non-causal system. Next property of the system is causal and non-causal system. Next is a causal and non-causal system. Causal and non-causal system. So which type of systems are said to be a causal system? Causal system means what? Causal system means cause and effect. The cause is first thing and effect is second thing. जैसे आपका एग्जाम है ना, पहले एग्जाम देनी पड़ेगी फिर उसका रिजल्ट आएगा. This is causal system. And what do we understand by non-causality? Means your palm reader, है ना, जो पंडित आपको बताता है कि तुम्हारा भविष्य उज्जवल होने वाला है या अंधकारमय है, तो वो कौन सा एग्जाम्पल है? दैट इज एग्जाम्पल ऑफ नॉन कॉजल सिस्टम, कि पहले इनपुट दिया नहीं है लेकिन आउटपुट आपके पास पहले से अवेलेबल है. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ सिस्टम जिसमें इनपुट देने के बाद आउटपुट आएगा, दैट सिस्टम्स आर नोन एज कॉजल सिस्टम. और जिसमें आउटपुट पहले आ जाए इनपुट देने से पहले, दिस सिस्टम्स आर नोन एज नॉन कॉजल सिस्टम. तो जरा देखते हैं व्हाट इज डेफिनेशन ऑफ कॉजल एंड नॉन कॉजल सिस्टम. व्हाट आई कैन से, a system, है ना, तो this palm readers are non causal, है ना, and we do not believe in non causal systems. All practical systems are causal, है ना. So what I can say, definition of a causal system. Causal system is this: if output of the system depends on present or past, है ना, or both values of input if output of the system depends on present or past value of input, then system is said to be a causal system. This is definition of causal system. This definition is applicable on all input output relationship. एंड अदरवाइज यू कैन से नॉन कॉजल सिस्टम, है ना, अदरवाइज नॉन कॉजल सिस्टम. So let's take one example based on causal and non-causal system. How we will check? Let's say I have one system xt equal to yt. So to check causality and non-causality of system, we are talking in terms of time. So let's check for some positive value and some negative value. Can I say at t equal to 2 seconds, the output yt at t equal to 2 seconds is dependent on t equal to 2 seconds, because y of 2 is also x of 2, है ना, कोई परेशानी नहीं. but the output at t equal to 0 is also dependent on t equal to 0 of input. की आउटपुट का t equal to 0 सेकेंड पे जो आउटपुट है वो किस पे डिपेंडेंट है? That input is dependent on input at t equal to 0. And what one more thing, output at t equal to -2 is also dependent on input at t equal to -2. So if a system is satisfying all this relationship, means t equal to 2 का प्रेजेंट है t equal to 2, कि अगर t equal to 2 पे आपको आउटपुट देखना है तो किस पे डिपेंड कर रहा है? t equal to 2 के इनपुट पे डिपेंड कर रहा है. t equal to 0 का आउटपुट किस पे? t equal to 0 पे. और t equal to -2 का आउटपुट किस पे? t equal to -2 के इनपुट पे डिपेंड कर रहा है. दैट्स व्हाई दिस सिस्टम इज एग्जांपल ऑफ कॉजल एंड लीनियर आल्सो, है ना. जो जो प्रॉपर्टी हम ऐड करते जाएंगे उसको लिख देंगे. सो yt equal to xt is causal and linear system. Let's take one more example. yt is equivalent to x of -t, है ना. तो आपको तीनों वैल्यू के लिए चेक करना पड़ेगा, पॉजिटिव वैल्यू के लिए और नेगेटिव वैल्यू के लिए भी आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा. हाउ आई कैन से, लेट्स से कि वी वांट टू चेक आउटपुट एट t इक्वल टू 2 सेकेंड. तो आप क्या बोलेंगे कि y at t equal to 2 is dependent on x equal to -2. मीन्स t equal to 2 पे जो मिलने वाला आउटपुट है वो डिपेंड करता है t equal to -2 के आउटपुट पे. ठीक है, कोई परेशानी नहीं है, बिकॉज t equal to 2 is a future value and t equal to -2 is past. लेट्स टेक फॉर t equal to 0, है ना. और ये 2 भी कोई नंबर नहीं है, आप कोई भी पॉजिटिव 0 और नेगेटिव नंबर के लिए चेक कर सकते हैं. सो y of 0 is equivalent to x of 0. यहां भी कोई परेशानी नहीं है, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू पे डिपेंड करता है. बट व्हेन वी टेक t equal to -2, तो मैं क्या बोलूंगा? यू आर गेटिंग आउटपुट at t equal to -2. and what is value of input? Input is applied at t equal to 2, है ना. आप देखें इस लाइन में t equal to 2 ये है, this is t equal to 2 point and this is t equal to -2 point, है ना. एंड यहां रिलेशनशिप गड़बड़ हो गया. इनपुट दिया आपने कब? t इक्वल टू 2 सेकेंड पे, और उसके 4 सेकेंड पहले आपको आउटपुट मिल गया. तो ध्यान रखें, दिस टाइप ऑफ सिस्टम्स आर नोन एज नॉन कॉजल सिस्टम, है ना. तो आप ध्यान रखें कि आपको पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव और जीरो सभी पे चेक करना पड़ेगा सिस्टम को, तब आप कमेंट कर सकते हैं नॉन कॉजल सिस्टम के बारे में. अच्छा, कुछ लोगों को ये पता होगा कि सर वी कैन कमेंट ऑन कॉजिलिटी विद द हेल्प ऑफ इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स, बट दिस इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स मेथड इज ओनली एप्लीकेबल ऑन एलटीआई सिस्टम. दिस इज वेरी नैरो विंडो. तो इस पे हम आएंगे अभी एलटीआई सिस्टम जब स्टार्ट करेंगे, बट दिस इज जनरल रिलेशनशिप. इज इट क्लियर, है ना. अब आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि सर t ग्रेटर देन 0 पे कॉजल है तो सिस्टम t ग्रेटर देन 0 पे कॉजल है और t लेस देन 0 पे नॉन कॉजल है ना. जिसने एक भी बार चोरी की वो चोर ही है, तो आप ऐसा बोल सकते हैं सिस्टम के लिए भी. इज इट क्लियर? हाँ जी, क्या ये क्लियर है आप लोगों को? कोई दिक्कत, कोई परेशानी? यस, वेरी गुड. चलो तो देखते हैं हम. लेट्स टेक फ्यू एग्जांपल बेस्ड ऑन दिस, है ना. तो आप कॉजल नॉन कॉजल के सिस्टम्स के जब आप क्वेश्चंस करेंगे बुक से, तो आपको बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स मिलेंगे जहां इंपल्स रिस्पांस की बात की है ना. So impulse response is a part of LTI system. The impulse response is not general criteria. It is impulse response is having very narrow window. Your system must be linear. It must be time invariant. Then you can apply the impulse response thing. So let's take few example on causal and non-causal system. Okay. So I am writing and tell me the answer. The first one is yt equal to xt minus x of t minus 1. This is first example. The second one is yt is equivalent to xt plus x of 3 minus t. Third example is yt is equivalent to t times of xt. Fourth example is yt is equivalent to xt plus integral from 0 to t xt into dt. Fifth example is yt equal to, now yt equal to, it's a, okay, xt plus integral from 0 to 3t xt dt. And sixth example is yt equal to 2 times of xt plus d by dt of derivative of xt. So d by dt of xt. So I am giving you 10 minutes to solve this question and I will get back. ट्राई करें आप इनको. systems are causal and rest of all are non-causal. Okay, we can check. What is first example? The first example is, let's say we are providing input at t equal to 1, है ना? The input at t equal to 1 depends on x of 1 minus x of minus 1. So output at t equal to 1, not input at t equal to 1, output at t equal to 1 depends on 1 and minus 1. So 1 is present value and minus 1 is past value. So fine. Y of 0 is dependent on x of 0 and, okay, this is 0 minus x of minus 1. So for t equal to 0, x of minus 1 is passed, so no problem in this. And for a positive number, let's say t equal to 5, the output at y equal to 5 is dependent on input at 5 and input at 4. So this is fine. System is a causal system. This is example of a causal system. Next system, you are having one inverted t, and there's when you are having time reversal, you can say this is non-causal system. You can check, select any negative number. Suppose I want output at t equal to 1. So output at t equal to 1 is dependent on x of 1 plus x of 4, and x of 4 is what? A future input. So this is non-causal system. This is example of a non-causal system. What about third example? Third example, this is the exact linear relationship. The output at t equal to 1 is dependent on an input at t equal to 1. Output at t equal to minus 1 is also dependent on input at t equal to minus 1. So you can say this is example of a causal system. This is example of a causal system. So I don't think you have any doubt in this. Next is what? Next is integral. How to deal with the integral operator. So things are very simple in case of integral. You can say this is x of t and plus you can write this as a let's say integration of x of t is z of t. So you can say this is like this. Now you can check ये जो इंटीग्रल का लिमिट है इसको रिप्लेस कर दिया जाए. तो नाउ यू कैन चेक x of t t equal to 1 पे जो इनपुट है वो t equal to 1 पे आउटपुट विल पे. इट्स अ लीनियर रिलेशनशिप, सो इट इज कॉजल. But when you are having scaling in time, then you can write xt plus z of 3t minus z of 0. What you can say? This is scaled input. The output at t equal to 1 dependent on input at t equal to z equal to 3. So this system is an example of non-causal system. So scaled integration are always example of non-causal system, and this one is very much causal system, है ना? इसको देख के आप बता सकते हैं कि सिस्टम causal है. The output at t equal to 1 is dependent on t equal to 1 only. Is it clear? कोई दिक्कत परेशानी? यस, दो नॉन कॉजल और 1 3 4 5 6 कॉजल. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ा जाए. यस, ओके. अच्छा, एक दो एग्जांपल और ट्राई करो. लेट्स टेक फ्यू मोर एग्जांपल. I have this yt equal to, first example, xt plus x of t plus 4, yt equal to x of t square, yt equal to x of 2t, and yt equal to x of minus t, yt equal to x of sin t. Tell me, this These systems are linear or causal or non-causal system. All are non-causal. Good. All examples are example of non-causal system. Let's see what I can say. No, first one is causal system. This is not non-causal. This is very much causal. The first system is causal system, है ना? You can check any instant of time. The output is okay, non-causal. Fine. Because at t equal to 0, this is x of 0 and this is x of 4. So y of 0 is dependent on x of 4. So this is non-causal system. Fine. This is also non-causal because y2 is x of 4. Non-causal. This is also non-causal because y of 3 is equivalent to x of 6. Non-causal. Y of minus 1 is equivalent to x of 1. Again non-causal. And this is example of causal system. Y1 is dependent on x of sine 1. Fine. Y2 is dependent on x of sine 2. So last one is example of causal system. Haji, is it clear? Clear. Yes. Let's start with a new type of system known as new classification of system known as time invariant and time variant system. So what is the idea? The idea of time invariance. Time invariant and time variant system. time invariant and time variant system. So how we can deal with this? The time invariance is desired property. The desired property for the system is time invariance, है ना? The time invariance, or what can I say? If input output relationship, if input output if input output relationship if input output relationship of a system does not if input output relationship of system does not change with time, then system is said to be a time invariant system. Then system is said to be a time invariant, otherwise time variant. So time variant is not required. Time invariance is desired property of the system. What I can say, time invariance is a desired property of system, not time variance. जरा कैसे देखेंगे इसको? How we can check time invariance and time variance? Let's take this is my input, है ना? This is my input xt, and this is one output yt. What I am saying, and this is system. Suppose I am providing one delay input, है ना? T minus T naught means input is delayed by T naught second. Then what will be the output? The output of the system is yt is equivalent to T of x T minus T naught. Correct? Now, the second is this. Let's say this is y1 of t. Now, let's calculate the y2 of t. कि by looking at delayed output y of t minus td, if you can say this is result because of delayed input, then system is said to be a linear system. Sorry, it's a causal time invariant system. Matlab the standard definition is the delayed input will provide a delayed output, or if you are getting delayed output, you can comment that this is the result because of delayed input, then your system is said to be a time invariant system. So how you will check? So how you will check? चेक करने का तरीका ये है ना, कुछ तरीके बताता हूं मैं. And the first method is this. Let's say this is my system. This is xt. Let's say this is x of t. X of t is what? Input. So this is x of t. and first I am delaying this x of t. So by delaying this x of t, by delaying this x of t by td, what will be the output? The output will be x of t minus td, है ना? ये डिले इनपुट जनरेट किया, दिस इज डिले बाय टीडी. नाउ अप्लाई अ सिस्टम. हमने क्या किया? अब सिस्टम अप्लाई कर दिया, एंड दिस इज माय सिस्टम. सिस्टम मींस ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ इनपुट. So this is a system. Then what will be the output? I am writing this output as a y1 of t, and y1 of t is given by transformation of x t minus td, है ना? मतलब व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ दिस, है ना? ये सिस्टम है मेरे पास. सिस्टम क्या करेगा कि जो भी आएगा इनपुट उसको इस ब्रैकेट के अंदर डाल देगा. दिस इज द आइडिया. नाउ वी आर हैविंग दिस इज अवर xt. अब मैं सीक्वेंस थोड़ा चेंज कर देता हूं कि जहां पहले मैंने लगाया था डिले, वहां लगा देता हूं सिस्टम. जहां डिले लगाया था वहां क्या लगा दिया है? सिस्टम. लेट्स से दिस इज माय सिस्टम. So what will be the output? T times of xt. And अब इस सिस्टम को डिले करता हूं. Now this system is delayed by td. Then what will you get? You will get at this as a t times of x t minus td, and I am writing this as a y2t. So whenever y1t is equivalent to y2t, then system is said to be a time invariant system. और अगर जब बराबर नहीं होंगे तब कैसा होगा? टाइम वेरिएंट सिस्टम होगा. सो दिस इज द आइडिया कि अ डिलेड इनपुट शुड प्रोवाइड अ डिलेड आउटपुट. तो जरा देखते हैं, एक आध हम क्वेश्चन ट्राई करते हैं हाउ वी कैन सॉल्व दिस. सपोज आई हैव इनपुट xt, okay, yt equal to 2t into xt. We, है ना? I want to check whether the system is time invariant or this system is time invariant system or time variant system. This I want to check for this system. So let's start, है ना? फिर कोई आसान तरीका सीखते हैं, पर देखें आप पूरा प्रोसीजर देखें कैसे चेक करते हैं. लेट्स से दिस इज योर इनपुट. Then we are having this is a box. This is input xt. Now you are providing one delay. तो कितना हो जाएगा ये? x of t minus td. अब मैंने लगा दिया इस पे सिस्टम. नाउ आई एम अप्लाइंग सिस्टम टू दिस. और सिस्टम अगर लगाया तो क्या करेगा कि सिस्टम का काम ये है कि जो भी इनपुट आया है उस पर 2t का मल्टीप्लाई कर देगा. तो इनपुट कितना आया है? x ऑफ t माइनस td. तो इसमें मल्टीप्लाई कर देगा 2t का. एंड दिस इज व्हाट? दिस इज y1. इस सिस्टम का काम यही है कि जो भी इनपुट आएगा उसमें 2t का मल्टीप्लाई कर रहा है. नाउ लेट्स से वी आर हैविंग द नेक्स्ट. This is a transformation. So first I am applying system. This is system. So first I am applying system, and what system will perform? System will multiply input by 2t. So input is xt. So you can say the output of the system is 2 times of t into xt. Now I am delaying this. If this is delayed by td, then what will be the output? The output will be 2 of t minus td and x of t minus td. ये जो दो आउटपुट मिले हैं मुझे y1 and y2, this y1 and y2 are not same. This y1 and y2 are not same. That's why this system is what? Time variant system. This is time variant system. Is it clear? क्या ये आपको क्लियर हुआ? कोई दिक्कत, कोई परेशानी है तो बताएं.
Sir, in the causal example that we did,
Yeah.
causality,
Okay.
y of t is equal to x of sine t.
We are talking about time invariance.
No,
We
I
are
have a
talking
doubt
about
in that.
causal and non-causal system.
Y of t is equal to x sine of t. I have a doubt in that.
Okay, okay. Yt equal to x sine of t. Okay, fine. Yt equal to x sine of t. Fine.
So we found out that it is causal, but if we put t is equals to minus 3 pi by 2, then x we will get x of 1
We
minus 3 pi by 2.
x you want to put x equal to 3 pi by 2, correct?
T equal to minus 3 pi by 2. So we'll get x of 1.
So this is x of 1.
So this is non-causal.
X of 1, and x of 1 is dependent on. Okay. So can we say we are commenting on this t only? The point where you are providing, you are telling me the value of sine t, not t.
Sir, but if we put t equal to minus 3 pi by 2, that is y
Okay.
of minus 3 pi by 2 will depend on x of 1.
Okay, 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 okay. So I can say y of minus 3 pi by 2 is dependent on x of 1. Fine, fine. It's my mistake. Correct. This is example of non-causal system. All are example of non-causal system. Fine. Thank you very much. Now, I have one more problem for you, and problem is this: yt equal to 3 times of xt square. Check whether this system is example of linear system or non. It's a time invariant or time variant. Time invariant or time variant. Check this. So every time we will not perform this task, just delay your input. So what I can say, if input is delayed, the first operation is delayed input. Input, delay in input is what? X of t square minus of td. This means that delay in input should be equivalent to delay in output. And what is delay in output? Every t is shifted by td. So you can say this is 3 times of x t minus td whole square. And these two quantities are not same. That's why system is a time variant system. Is it clear? कोई डाउट है क्या इसमें? बताएं जरा एक बार. हाँ जी, क्लियर, ओके। सो लेट्स टेक फ्यू एग्जांपल ऑन, है ना, क्या देखा हमने अभी, द डिले इन इनपुट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू डिले इन आउटपुट, द डिले इन इनपुट, the delay in input should be equivalent to delayed output. If this definition is true, you can say your system is a time invariant system. So let's take few example on time invariance. Yt equal to xt into sine of 20 pi t, yt equal to x square of t. Third example is, है ना, कुछ क्वेश्चन ट्राई करें आप, yt equal to x of minus t. Try these questions. Yt equal to x of t plus derivative of xt. And last one is, this is fourth one and this is fifth. Yt is equivalent to xt plus integral of xt dt. How many of these examples are time invariant? गाड़ी में रखा है सामान, तो सामान रखे ना, गाड़ी पूछने का है, बस तो कोई Okay. So what about first question? Input is delayed. Input is delayed means x of t minus td. But when output is delayed, it's a x of t minus td, and this is also t minus td. So this is time variant system. The second one. Input is delayed means x of minus t minus td. But when output is delayed, it's a minus. When output is delayed, I can say this is delay in variable t. So this is minus of t minus td. तो ये हो जाएगा x of minus t plus td. So this is also time variant system. What about this? If input is delayed, it's a t minus td. Output is delayed, t minus td. It's a time invariant system. Desired one. This one. If input is delayed, it's the same as output is delayed. So this is time invariant system. And this is also the case of time invariant system. Bolo. Is it clear? कोई दिक्कत? क्लियर है. आगे बढ़ा जाए. And let's see, to learn the stability of a system, the criteria is known as bounded input, bounded output criteria. है ना? Let's see how we can define the stability of a system. है ना? Stability of a system. And the criteria for stability of the system is known as bounded input, bounded output criterion. That criterion is known as bounded input, bounded output. What do we understand by bounded input? Bounded input means जिसका amplitude किसी भी point पे infinite नहीं हो. This inputs are bounded input. So you can say this is a bounded input. Suppose the input is what? मतलब वो टाइम में इनफाइनाइट जा सकता है, बट इट कैन नॉट गो इनफाइनाइट इन एम्पलीट्यूड. है ना? द एम्पलीट्यूड इज फाइनाइट, फाइनाइट एम्पलीट्यूड. इट्स अ बाउंडेड इनपुट. और कौन से हैं बाउंडेड इनपुट? यू कैन से दिस इज द बाउंडेड इनपुट. दिस इज एग्जांपल ऑफ बाउंडेड इनपुट. जिसका एम्पलीट्यूड कभी भी इनफाइनाइट नहीं जाए, दैट इज बाउंडेड इनपुट, है ना. दिस इज बाउंडेड इनपुट, बाउंडेड इन एम्पलीट्यूड, बाउंडेड input. This is also bounded input, है ना. So these are bounded input. What do we understand by unbounded input? Unbounded input किसी भी point of time पे जो infinite हो जाए वो unbounded input. You can say this is the case. Let's say I have very standard function which is t of xt. T of ut. ये कौन सा है? This is unbounded इनपुट, है ना. और स्टेबिलिटी की डेफिनेशन भी बड़ी आसान है. व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय what I can say कि suppose I have one relationship yt is equivalent to xt square. अनबाउंडेड अनस्टेबल मींस क्या? जिसका वैल्यू प्रेडिक्टेबल नहीं हो, है ना, जिसको आप नहीं एनालाइज कर पाए. तो अगर मैंने इनपुट दिया 2 तो आप आउटपुट बोलोगे 2 स्क्वायर. 3 दिया तो 3 स्क्वायर. लेकिन आप बोलोगे इनपुट ही मैंने इनफाइनाइट दे दिया तो वो कितना आएगा? इनफाइनाइट ही आएगा. इसका मतलब जब तक मैं इनपुट कैसे दे रहा हूं, फाइनाइट दे रहा हूं, वो फाइनाइट आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस करता है, देन यू कैन से सिस्टम इज सेड टू बी ए स्टेबल सिस्टम, है ना. तो द क्राइटेरिया इज नोन एज BIBO स्टेबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया, है ना. व्हाट इज नेम ऑफ द क्राइटेरिया? द क्राइटेरिया इज नोन एज BIBO स्टेबिलिटी, है ना. इसके लिए कुछ टर्म्स डिफाइन करना है. द टर्म इज नोन एज इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स, है ना. एक टर्म जिसको मैं डिफाइन करना चाहता हूं, दैट टर्म इज नोन एज इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स. So how we can check whether given system is stable or not stable? For that we have to calculate this. कि suppose ये मेरे पास एक system है. This is one system. ठीक है. This system is having a transform operator and this is input to the system and this is output of the system. So if this is x of t, what I can say, yt equal to t times of xt. This is the idea, है ना. Now what I am saying, when input to the system is del t, जब सिस्टम का इनपुट कितना लगाया हमने, del t लगाया, तब आउटपुट कितना आएगा? y of t is equivalent to t of del t, and this t of del t is nothing but the impulse response, है ना. जिसको आप कंट्रोल सिस्टम में ट्रांसफर फंक्शन बोलते थे, है ना, उसका अगर इनवर्स लाप्लास ले लिया जाए तो दैट विल बी द इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स, है ना. तो ये रिलेशनशिप भी आप ध्यान रखें. द लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म ऑफ ht, है ना, ऑफ इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स इज इक्वलेंट टू h of s, and this is true in all domains, है ना, all transform theories. This is true in z transform, Laplace transform, Fourier transform, सभी ट्रांसफॉर्म की केस में ये केस कैसा है? करेक्ट है. तो जो टाइम डोमेन रिप्रेजेंटेशन होगा, दैट टाइम डोमेन रिप्रेजेंटेशन इज नोन एज इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स, I can say this is known as impulse response and this is known as transfer function. So what do we understand by impulse response? When a system is subjected to impulse, the response of the system is known as impulse response. What do we understand by step response? When input to the system is a step function, when xt is equivalent to ut, then yt is equivalent to transformation on u of t, and this transformation of ut is known as unit step response or generally known as step response. तो जब किसी सिस्टम को इनपुट में आप इंपल्स देंगे तो उसका रिस्पांस इंपल्स रिस्पांस, जब किसी सिस्टम को आप इनपुट में देंगे क्या स्टेप देंगे तब उसके रिस्पांस को क्या बोलेंगे, इंपल्स रिस्पांस. सो व्हाट I can say that we can define our system like this. This is x of t, this is h of t. ये भी आपको समझ में आएगा why I am writing this is a h of t and this is y of t. And what is y of t? Y of t is x of t, a new operator. This is not multiplication, this is asterisk sign, convolution with h of t. This is known as convolution. This sign is known as convolution. This is new operator known as convolution. अब convolution multiplication से कैसे different है? We can take one example. Suppose एक मेरे पास कोई प्लेटफॉर्म है और प्लेटफॉर्म पे कुछ लोग खड़े हैं, है ना. इन सारे लोगों को हैंडशेक करना है उन लोगों के साथ जो किसी ट्रेन में आ रहे हैं. ठीक है, दिस मीन्स कन्वोल्यूशन. तो क्या हुआ कि जैसे ही ओवरलैपिंग एरिया 0 था तो नंबर ऑफ हैंडशेक्स भी कितने हुए, 0 हुए. फिर क्या हुआ कि सपोज ट्रेन थोड़ा और आगे बढ़ा, प्लेटफॉर्म को थोड़ा ऊपर ओवरलैप किया तो नंबर ऑफ हैंडशेक कितना हुआ, 1. देन ट्रेन थोड़ा और आगे बढ़ा, 2 नंबर लोगों ने क्या किया, फिर हैंडशेक किया, है ना. दिस 1 एंड दिस इज 2. फिर 3 लोगों ने हैंडशेक किया. सो दिस इज ओवरलैप्ड एडिशन, है ना. व्हेन अ सिग्नल इज पास थ्रू ए सिस्टम, तो सिग्नल का हर एक फ्रीक्वेंसी कंपोनेंट एच ऑफ टी को अफेक्ट करेगा. तो वो आप मल्टीप्लीकेशन से नहीं बता सकते, है ना. मल्टीप्लीकेशन इज वेरी टाइम बाय टाइम मल्टीप्लीकेशन. सपोज टी इक्वल टू 1 पे आपके पास कोई सैंपल है और टी इक्वल टू 0 के पास अगर आपके पास कोई सैंपल है तो इन दोनों का मल्टीप्लीकेशन कितना हुआ, 0. पर सिस्टम में ऐसा नहीं होगा कि जो t इक्वल टू 0 वाला सिग्नल है वो टाइम डिले होते होते कहां पहुंचेगा, t इक्वल टू 1 पे पहुंचेगा और वहां दोनों का मल्टीप्लीकेशन आएगा. इन दैट सेंस वी यूज कन्वोल्यूशन. सो yt इज xt convolution with ht and y of t is given by y of t can be written as x of t h of t minus tau into d tau. अभी हम देखेंगे कि व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ दिस. These are operations, है ना. चेंजिंग द इंडेक्स, फोल्डिंग, शिफ्टिंग, मल्टीप्लीकेशन, इंटीग्रल. यहां मैं कैसा लिख सकता हूं, y of t can be written as माइनस. हम इसका प्रूफ भी देख सकते हैं, द प्रूफ इज अवेलेबल फॉर एवरीथिंग, बट ओके टाइम कॉन्स्टेंट है, हम उसको अभी नहीं बताना चाहते. दिस कैन बी रिटन एज h of t into x of डी टाउ, है ना. दिस टू एक्सप्रेशंस आर इक्विवेलेंट एक्सप्रेशन. तो क्या बोला मैंने कि व्हाट इज इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स. तो मैंने ये बोला आपको कि इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स इज दिस. Suppose this is del t, this is let's say ht, and suppose this is your y of t. So what I can say, y of t can be written as del of t कन्वोल्यूशन विथ h of t, है ना. अभी आपको समझ में आएगा कि क्यों हमने इसको h of t लिखा है. सो यू कैन से y of t इज इक्वलेंट टू, कन्वोल्यूशन हम बहुत डिटेल में पढ़ने वाले हैं, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, माइनस इनफाइनाइट टू इनफाइनाइट, दिस इज h of tau into del of t minus tau into t d tau. What I can say, h of tau, suppose आपका कोई फंक्शन है, this is h of tau, and del of t minus tau की इंपल्स कहां मिलेगी आपको, you will get this impulse at tau equal to t पे एक इंपल्स मिलेगी. तो what I can say, y of t is equivalent to, दोनों का प्रोडक्ट तो केवल t पे ही डिफाइन होगा, तो I can take t out from this, तो this is h of t into d tau. So what is output of the system? You can say y of t is equivalent to h of t. कि किसी सिस्टम का अगर आपने इनपुट इंपल्स दिया है तो आउटपुट किसके इक्वल है, h of t के बराबर है. इसलिए हमने इसको क्या बोला है, दिस ब्लॉक इज नोन एज इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स. दिस ब्लॉक इज नोन एज दिस ब्लॉक इज नोन एज इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स. लेकिन अभी भी हमारा फोकस कन्वोल्यूशन पे नहीं था, हमारा फोकस था स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ द सिस्टम पे, है ना. तो देखते हैं जरा, व्हाट डू वी अंडरस्टैंड बाय स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ द सिस्टम. सपोज मुझे चेक करना है कि द गिवन सिस्टम इज स्टेबल और नॉट स्टेबल, है ना. Suppose I want to check for the stability of the system, है ना. This is h of t, this is x of t, and this is y of t, and we are going for what, bounded input, bounded output, stability criteria. We are going for the bounded input, bounded output, stability criteria. So what I can say, y of t can be written as integral of minus infinite to infinite x of t, x of tau into h of t minus tau into d tau, है ना. या मैं क्या लिख सकता हूं, y of t कैन बी रिटर्न एज, थोड़ा सा आप ध्यान रखें, y of t कैन बी रिटर्न एज माइनस इनफाइनाइट टू इनफाइनाइट, और ये टाउ के लिमिट्स है ना, x of t minus tau into h of tau into d tau. Now what I am saying that this value is bounded. इसका वैल्यू कितना है, लेट्स से दिस इज कांस्टेंट एंड बाउंडेड, है ना, बाउंडेड इनपुट है, तो आउटपुट कितना हो जाएगा, यू कैन से द आउटपुट ऑफ द सिस्टम इज इक्विवेलेंट टू माइनस इंफिनिटी टू इंफिनिटी. कि किसी सिस्टम के आउटपुट को क्या क्या इनफाइनाइट कर सकता है, इनफाइनाइट मींस अनबाउंडेड, है ना, अनस्टेबल. तो पहले एक तो सिस्टम कर सकता है और एक सिग्नल कर सकता है, सिस्टम भी कर सकता है, सिग्नल भी कर सकता है. अब मैंने क्या कर दिया कि सिग्नल को कर दिया बाउंडेड, मतलब फाइनाइट. अब आपने सिग्नल को फाइनाइट कर दिया, अगर ये भी फाइनाइट है तो आउटपुट भी कितना मिलेगा, फाइनाइट। और अगर फाइनाइट मिलेगा तो मैं बोल दूंगा सिस्टम कैसा है, स्टेबल है। लेकिन अगर इनपुट फाइनाइट है बट सिस्टम का रिस्पॉन्स है वो इनफाइनाइट है, तो आउटपुट भी कितना मिलेगा, इनफाइनाइट। तो मुझे पहले किसको फिक्स करना जरूरी है, इनपुट को फिक्स करना जरूरी है। तो इनपुट मैंने फिक्स कर दिया, इनपुट इज नाउ बाउंडेड। तो कितना बचा, माइनस इनफाइनाइट टू इनफाइनाइट एच टाउ इंटू डी टाउ। और अगर माइनस इनफाइनाइट टू इनफाइनाइट एच टाउ डी टाउ का वैल्यू कितना आ जाता है, इफ दिस वैल्यू इज फाइनाइट देन यू कैन से सिस्टम इज स्टेबल। और अगर इस वैल्यू का, इसका वैल्यू इनफाइनाइट है तो सिस्टम कैसा होगा, अनस्टेबल। सो व्हाट इज कंडीशन फॉर स्टेबिलिटी, इफ इंपल्स रिस्पॉन्स इज, if minus infinite to infinite h tau into d tau, if this is finite then system is said to be a stable system. लेकिन ये सब कुछ सीखने के लिए मुझे, बात करनी पड़ेगी कन्वोल्यूशन इंटीग्रल की। तो पहले हम बात करते हैं कुछ कन्वोल्यूशंस की, देन वी विल टॉक अबाउट द stability of the system. Let's say the first example is x of t for the system is given by e to the power minus at, or let's take this as a e to the power minus 2t into ut, and x2t is, let's say, u of t, and I am interested in what, this is x1t. I am interested in x of t. X of t is equivalent to x1t convolution with x2t. So I am interested in this integral, है ना? How to calculate this? लगाए जरा, थोड़ा देखते हैं हम, फिर ग्राफिकल पे आएंगे। ग्राफिकल जो सिग्नल इन सिस्टम की रिक्वायरमेंट है, बट पहले इसको देखते हैं। What I can say, xt can be written as my t equal to minus infinite to tau equal to infinite. This is x1 of tau into x2 of t minus tau into d tau. So what I can say, है ना, this one is x1 of tau and this is u of t minus tau. x2 of t minus tau करना था, तो ये कर दिया हमने। नाउ अगर ये इंटीग्रल कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे तो वी कैन से इट्स अ कन्वोल्यूशन। सो व्हाट इज u of tau, अब tau एक्सिस पे बनाना है आपको, तो यू कैन से the u of tau is given by this, but u of minus t plus tau कहां से कहां तक होगा, यू कैन से u of minus t plus tau will lies from minus infinity to tau equal to t. आपको क्या करना है, यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन मल्टीप्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस टू फंक्शन, दोनों का मल्टीप्लाई तो करना है। सो व्हाट आई कैन से, द इंटीग्रल लिमिट विल बी, कहां से स्टार्ट होगी, टाउ इक्वल टू 0 टू टाउ इक्वल टू t, it's a e to the power minus of 2 tau into d tau. So you can say this is minus of 1 by 2 into e to the power minus 2t minus 1. So what is convolution of this function? The convolution of this function is 1 by 2 and this is of course for t greater than 0. So this is the x of t. क्या ये बात आपको समझ में आई? इसमें कोई दिक्कत है? Tomorrow we will talk about convolution, graphical convolution, but today we are starting with some basic formula. Is it clear now? हाँ जी, क्या ये क्लियर है? बिल्कुल क्लियर है, बहुत अच्छे. वैष्णवी पार्थ, गुड. Now let's try one more problem. I should say x of t is equivalent to, I am saying this is e to the power minus 2t into ut. This is my x of t. And I am saying h of t is equivalent to, the impulse response of the system is equivalent to, let's say, do not confuse with impulse response. Okay, h of t is, let's say, e to the power minus of 3t into ut. And I am interested in what? I am interested in yt, which is given by x of t convolution with h of t. And I suggest you to not use the transform theory. I know you are aware with the convolution in time domain is equivalent to multiplication in frequency domain and all. लेकिन आप वैसे ही ट्राई करें जैसे मैंने बताया है. You will learn a lot of things from this. है ना? कल जब ग्राफिकल करेंगे तो आपको है ना समझ में आएगा कि मैंने क्यों बोला था कि आपको टाइम डोमेन में ही करें. Try this. I am giving you 5 minutes. Okay, so let's start. This is very basic integral from minus infinite to infinite. It is e to the power minus of e to the power minus 2 tau into u tau and e to the power minus 3 t minus tau into u of t minus tau into d tau. So this is the idea. What I can say, the multiplication of this two function, who decides the limit of this integral? Ut and u of t minus tau will decides the limit of integral. So this is tau equal to 0 to tau equal to t. This is the limit of integral and it is e to the power minus of 2 tau into e to the power minus of 3t into e to the power 3 tau into d tau. So what I can take common from here? You can take e to the power minus 3t as common because this is integral with respect to tau. E to the power minus 3t is common. So what is remaining function? Tau equal to 0 to tau equal to t. It's a e to the power tau into d tau. Or I can say this is e to the power minus 3t into e to the power tau from t, tau equal to 0 to tau equal to t. So you can say this is e to the power minus of 3t e to the power t minus e to the power 0. So this is e to the power minus of 2t minus e to the power minus of 3t, and of course for t greater than or equal to 0. So this is the convolution, formula based convolution. This is the formula based convolution of two signals. I hope this is clear. कोई दिक्कत? कोई दिक्कत है क्या? Clear. Okay. Can we have class tomorrow? आपको कल क्लास रखने में न्यू ईयर में कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है? बताएं एक बार, कल क्लास रख सकते हैं नहीं रख सकते हैं? बॉम्बे तो वैसे भी बंद है ना, मुंबई में कोई फंक्शन नहीं है तो रख सकते हैं क्लास। हाँ या ना में जवाब दें। कैन वी हैव क्लास टुमारो? यस, नो प्रॉब्लम। चलो ठीक है, तो कल सेम टाइम पे क्लास है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। क्लास अब रोज चलेगी ना, टिल 31 जनवरी वी कैन हैव क्लास डेली। चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच। टुमारो वी विल स्टार्ट विद द ग्राफिकल कन्वोल्यूशन एंड स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ द सिस्टम, एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक एलटीआई सिस्टम की ओर आगे बढ़ेंगे हम, है ना। तो मिलते हैं कल, नए साल में मिलते हैं ना। चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच। किसी को कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ सकता है भाई, है ना। चलो, थैंक यू।